Okay, today's warm-up is simplifying rational expressions, day 4. What we've done before is we've simplified regular factors, or regular fractions, that we had multiplying and dividing. Now today we are adding and subtracting like bases with our fractions. And then tomorrow, our day 5, is going to be what happens if they're different. So what we need to do with this question right here is we need to make sure that we have the same base, and we need to write that out along with combining like terms. So here, we know that our base is the same, so we're going to write y squared minus 25. We know that's difference of squares because they're both perfect squares with a minus sign. Now we're going to combine terms on top. Looks like we got a plus sign, and then we need to go ahead and combine our squares. So 3y squared plus y squared is 4y squared. And then we have negative 19y minus y is negative 20y. So when we factor this completely, the top, we're going to take out a 4y, which is going to leave me with y minus 5. That's using greatest common factor. The bottom is the difference of squares. So that's going to give me y plus 5, y minus 5. Before I cross things out, I need to find my restrictions. That's these two set equal to 0. So y plus 5 equals 0, y minus 5 equals 0. We know that y cannot equal negative 5 and a positive 5. Now we're going to go ahead and cancel things out. Y minus 5s are the same. There's no 4y. So those two go away. And you're left with your final answer, 4y over y plus 5. That takes care of a addition question. Let's look at the subtraction question that's next. Here, our question, we have two fractions. The denominators are the same, so I'm going to go ahead and write out those denominators as 1. So I've got 5v squared plus 9v minus 2. Then on top, I know I've got v squared minus 4v. And then what's special about this is that this negative is going to go to this entire factor. So really you're looking at this, negative 2v plus 16. So we have to distribute that negative. So that's going to be a negative 2v minus 16. What we want to do with that is combine terms together, then factor accordingly. So here we've got v squared, and that's going to give me minus 6v minus 16. And then on the bottom, we have 5v squared plus 9v minus 2. I need to find my factors of 16 that combine to give me 6. That's going to be a negative 8 and a positive 2. v minus 8, v plus 2. I know I've done that right. If I take negative 8 plus 2, that gives me 6. Negative 8 times 2, that gives me negative 16. I've done that correctly. So here I've got to use my trick because we can't take out a greatest common factor, and we have a 5 as our leading coefficient. So I'm going to write this out twice, knowing that I've got to get rid of a 5 so that we can get back to where we were here. Plus minus is going to be plus minus. 5 times 2 is 10. My factors of 10 that give me 9 with plus minus is 10 and 1. I also have 2 and 5. This one's the only one that gets me 9, so positive 10 and a negative 1. So now I need to figure out which one of these I can take out a greatest common factor of 5. It's going to be this first one right here, which will give me v plus 2. So I've got v plus 2, and I've got 5v minus 1. Before I cancel things out, I need to find my restrictions. v plus 2 equals 0. 5v minus 1 equals 0. v cannot equal negative 2 and 1/5. Found my restrictions, cross out my terms that are the same, and I have my final answer is v minus 8 over 5v minus 1. That takes care of our warm-up today with adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator.